Good morning, everyone. I successfully made it halfway last night. A little bit more, actually. It started pouring randomly last night while I was sleeping about like an hour and a half ago, and I woke up. And then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up again. So now I'm gonna start finishing all the way to Montreal or Montreal. I've noticed that McDonald's here and in Europe are a lot nicer than the ones we have at home sometimes. Of course, the outside of the store is lame because it's like black and gray and not bright red, but otherwise it's a nice place. Take a look at this. And since I keep finding myself in bathrooms, I decided I'm going to start a new segment called Bathrooms with Bowtie Guy. With that being said, check out this McDonald's bathroom. Pretty nice. In Quebec. And check out how thin their toilet paper is here. It's like transparent. You can like see me through it, can't you? So, could you all handle that? So actually the guy here at McDonald's said that I couldn't stay if I wasn't going to order anything. And I told him I was just on the road, wasn't really looking to get anything. I asked him if he wanted me to leave. And instead he was a really nice guy and he was like, no, don't leave. And he gave me this, which gives me a free drink so that I can get something in that way. It looks like I bought something and I can stay. So nice. And then I do love McDonald's in European places because they always have pastries here too. But I mean, look at this. It's just so nice here. This is not the kind of McDonald's you'd find in the US, in my opinion. And so, of course, with that thing, I get a free coffee, which, first of all, I don't drink coffee, and I'm going to try to stay away from it forever as long as possible. But when I got it, I didn't realize how bouncy the seats are. I didn't realize how the coffee lid worked and stuff. And so it spilled right all over my computer right here. Luckily, I had this on my computer, so it like got most of it. I'm so thankful that I had that because I was not ready to have a... It just would have sucked if something that I wasn't even drinking ruined my computer. Like, that just would have sucked. And then I got it on my shirt, too, and I hope it doesn't stain it. So that would be the second shirt that gets stained in, like, 12 hours. But look, this is pretty cool what they do here in Canada. I don't know if they do this in the US because I don't drink coffee, but they have these all over their cups. And every time you get a sticker right here that you can put on it until you get all of them, and then you get a free one. I love how they put their like tractors that are for sale on display. Yesterday night, it was amazing at night. They had like all their forklifts up in the air. It was so cool, guys. Check this out. Trash trucks in Canada use a hockey stick for something. I don't know what, but they have a hockey stick. Alrighty, what's up everyone? I am now in Montreal. I'm at the visitor center and there looks like there's a ton of stuff to do. The thing I'm most excited about is riding the Grand Prix racetrack. So I'm currently somewhere here. I'm going to make my way all the way over here to like this cool building that you can go up, the biosphere, the planetarium, and then I'm going to go to the market. And then right here is like supposedly like the higher end like business, young people kind of thing. This is a beautiful park. You can have a nice view. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go along Old Quebec here, Old Montreal. And the port right here, and then I'm gonna go around and bike over here to this nice other garden sort of area, park, and then here is the racetrack. Another cool thing I like to check out is train stations, but this one's weird. Look at this, there's like nothing here. I don't get it. Usually there's tons of... I just asked, this is actually just for the metro. Over the other way is where all the trains are. Oh, I see it's on the other side. Now we're making our way towards the train station. It's right there. I was over there. That's the metro. Hey, look, Deloitte. By looking at the train station, you can know how much money is invested in transportation. And then you just have to find out whether it's public or private. Actually, to my surprise, this is a really small station. Like, that's one end of it. And that's the other end. Maybe there's stuff down there. There's nothing down there. I mean, all it really is this. Look at this. They make picnic tables right on the sidewalk. Look at this guy. going at it right here. Look at that. He's already made like 4 of them. They unloaded from that truck. I guess it's for this event that's going to happen. I wonder if they take them down afterwards and then use them somewhere else or something. That'd be interesting. So far, I think I would describe this as like Tribeca in New York City, like that kind of area. It's like busy like that. It's really like almost like New York City, but not as super busy as like Central Manhattan. They have tons of art here, just like this stuff here on the street. They have tons of art on the buildings everywhere, and then they have tons of parks. It's really cool. It's really beautiful when you get to those nice art. Otherwise, when you don't see the art, like you're in the city and it's kind of like New York City, not that beautiful. They have all the stores. They have Guess, they have CoverGirl, they have like all the random like, I shouldn't say just girly, but like all like the real, like what I would call American brands and stuff. So it's really interesting to see how they all come together. I do like it here because they have legit lanes on the street just for. Now this is what I call an epic garage sale sign. Booyah! It's as tall as me, if not taller. Then I just want to clarify, when I say something looks like an Americanized like kind of thing, I'm talking about the stereotypical big city American life kind of situation. So I would say that while Quebec had like some American things to it, it's not as American as it is here in Montreal. Montreal, I would say, very much American-like in terms of the big city. But then they had that European twist with like all the beautiful art and the parks and things like that, which we don't necessarily have as much of in America. I would say most of the stores here are like American stores. A lot of the cars don't look very European, like they're not like small and boxed and whatnot. They're pretty normal-sized American, big SUV kind of thing. What's really nice though is the bike lanes. That is so cool. That's, I think, influenced by the Europeans. But of course it makes sense that Quebec is a lot more European style because they're currently influenced by the British and the French. Formerly the French, now the British, and then now they're independent. But that's probably why they have a lot more European to them than Montreal. I totally underestimated how far away this first destination is, but look how cool it is. It turns out that Montreal is a lot like New York City. It stretches really far, and like there's kind of like different sections where it's like really, really busy, like kind of dirty, really busy. Then it gets nicer, then it gets a little more quiet, and like just like the way there's like the part up where Central Park is, then there's like Manhattan, Central Manhattan, then there's like Tribeca, and then there's like this financial district. It's all like kind of spread out. It's pretty cool. Here, if you wanted to spend the whole day here, you could easily find stuff to do. There's that to go up, there's a biosphere, there's a planetarium. Yo, check out the guy climbing the dome. Oh, it's so cool. I want his job. If you come to Montreal and you're really interested in planets and like seeing like the IMAX thing like on the dome and like have like narrations and stuff, you should definitely come to the planetarium. Their biosphere looks pretty cool. It's like all like animals and stuff like that. When you first walk in, you can smell the fish though, that's for sure. And then going up the thing, I don't really know. I'm not going to do it because it's not worth it. It's like $15, and when I drove into Montreal, I was like, this kind of doesn't look that pretty to see from the sky. And it's not a nice day outside either. They also have this beautiful garden here. It's supposedly the second biggest in the world. And they say that in the summer, if you come, especially in the summer, you can spend up to 5 hours here. Otherwise, like... So I think it's safe to say that no matter what you like doing, there's something that you can go and visit in Montreal that will be interesting to you. I think it's a good choice of a place to go. Something I do have to point out is that Montreal is like one giant hill. So like east to west, it's fine. But if you're going from north to south, it's all downhill. So if you're anywhere north, especially on a bike or walking, you need to be aware that you're going to be going uphill pretty much the whole time. So if you're going to explore all of Montreal, you should definitely start up north and make your way down. Then that way you won't have to go back up. Except maybe to go back to your car if that's where it is. But then you can take the subway, so no big deal. See, you can find these nice, beautiful parks here in Montreal. Just like Central Park. It's so peaceful and quiet. It's ridiculous. And look, they even have a speed limit for bikes, but I don't know how to tell how fast I'm going on a bike. I don't have a speedometer. So I have to say, either they have an amazingly large amount of schools here in Montreal, or they're just all located in like one central area. But I just went like one whole... There was like 3 schools on that one block, and then like I did like 10 blocks just like that. It's crazy. Look how cute they are, all walking across the street together on a rope. Look, there's so many schools around that like there's tons of these groups. Look at them. That's so cool. I was trying to find my next destination, which is like this open air market, which I'm gonna totally love, I think. But I asked these 2 ladies, and it turns out they were talking to me in French. They had no accent. And I thought that was really weird, so I asked them if they were from here, and they said, no, we're from Paris. And I was like, oh, my dad's from Paris. That was so cool. And they're like, oh, yeah. So now they live here, but they're from Paris. Oh, the people you'll meet on this trip. Any trip you take, guys, the people you meet, you'll never know who you run into. But check out this sidewalk. Oh, this is so cool. And check out this restaurant setup. It's like wooden tables outside. That's so cool. Okay, so I'm at Tim Hortons. Look at this crazy stuff that they have. Beignet Nutella, beignet chocolate, beignet sandwich, shortcake aux fraises, framboise. Crazy. And then they have these things. I can't tell what they are. It says croissant Nutella, but I don't think so. But this place, Tim Hortons, is so weird. Like, they have, like, food like at McDonald's. Then they have, like, all those, like, pastries and stuff. It's like a mix between a French bakery and McDonald's. It's kind of weird, but I guess it's convenient because it's like everything one-stop shop kind of thing. I'm here, everyone! Marche Talon. Biggest market they have here. It looks really big too on the inside. Yo, this is so cool. It's so awesome in here. Check this out, they have everything on sample, and they, I have to say, have like some of the dang best fruit ever. Oh my gosh, I've been trying all these things, they're delicious. This place is a definite must if you come to Montreal. And look at the mini bananas. And they have some interesting pastries. Baklava, of course. Those things, I don't know what that is. By far the weirdest. Croissant de lune glace and chocolatier. This looks really good. That's probably really good too. It's a honey flavored cigarette. More like baklava type stuff. And then they have like these fresh like dried fruit kind of things, like the fruit chews kind of things that we have in the US, but like these are real fruit fresh. She gave me a coconut one to try. It's really interesting. It definitely tastes like coconut, but like I don't really see like any fruit to it kind of thing. It's just like a chew. You just have like one of those chews that they sell in the US like with coconut flavor. It's still good. So look, they have mambas here, but they're like either different package. I don't know if they're the same flavors. They're definitely different packaging. Definitely the same flavors, just cooler packaging. And then they have my brother's favorite chocolate to get in France. Kinder eggs. Little toys inside. Then they have all the other Kinder stuff. Now this is some serious cheese. It was really aged, and I'm sure it smelled really, really strong. But that's the way I like my French cheese. I like it not too creamy, not too sticky though. Very nice, smelly like that. And I think it has like the most flavor. Otherwise, it's like kind of like a hard, chewy. It's kind of like those gummy things I had earlier. It's like a gummy bear. You wouldn't want to eat that as cheese. Well, that's it for the market. I am now off to Little Italy here. See what it's like compared to other Little Italies in the United States. I've recently realized this, but having a bike and like riding on the streets and stuff like that makes me seem less of a tourist. People think I'm actually like from here until I tell them my story. And because I speak French. I'm not sure yet this is Little Italy, but look at these roads. Like, all of the stores have like awnings over them. That's pretty cool. And that helps with it. That's gotta be great for like when it's raining and like usually stores struggle because like people aren't out shopping on like the streets that have like these things, but hey, that's pretty cool. Hey, Dollarama! Haha. And look, they really do have Salvation Armies all over the place. There was one in Quebec, there's one here, but there's one in Toronto. Alright, so take a look at this landscape around here. It's not the nicest part of town. And yet, look, there's an Audi RA parked on the side of the street. Again, they're just straight up building stuff on the side of the street. That's so crazy. Alright, so after losing my direction and asking like 3 different people for directions, I finally found my way to Little Italy. Not much to see. This is most of it. Hey, look, Ducati! That's definitely Italian. And based on the girls that I talked to, the school days here are from like 8 to 2, and they have like an hour and 15 minutes for lunch. It's crazy. FYI, I came all the way up this road and the hills before it, just to be told that I need to go the other way to get the best view of Montreal. Oh my gosh, all this hard work backwards now. And it still keeps going. And it doesn't stop. I did all this. It was so hard. It took about 20 seconds to go down what took me like 20 minutes. Ridiculous. Ugh. Yo, check this out. I don't know what is up, but like, look at all these logs in this walkway. It's a cool little place. Oh, that's so cool. Right here it is. This is what it represents. It represents the fact that logging was a really important part of the economy, and it's what helped build all the houses along the coast here in Quebec. Check out this view. Oh yeah. So beautiful. That's the money maker. That's center Montreal, downtown right there. The bridge. And then this is what I've been waiting for all day. This is what I've been building up to. Riding on the track of where the Grand Prix usually is for Canada. As you can see, I visited just in time because it's closing on the 30th of May. And today is the 27th. I am so lucky. Here we are, guys, on the racetrack. Circuit de Gilles. Booyah. Yeah, check this out as well. This is where they do like the racing of like those long boats. Oh, that's so cool. Haha, that's awesome. Here, guys, look at this. This is so cool. I made it to the finish line. Booyah! Right there. Oh, it's so cool. Finally, the end! I made it all the way through! Woo! One big loop for me! After getting lost so many times in Montreal today, this totally makes up for it. I'm so happy. This makes my day. I'm lost again. I just keep getting lost in this place. Now that's what I call serious security. And it's in a McDonald's. And check out what they have at this McDonald's. They don't have these anymore in the US. It's like the baby bibs. Ah, that's so funny. And you know what? I'm so glad I got lost this time because I just found like the equivalent of Ride the Ducks for downtown Quebec and the river right next door. So I'm gonna do. Alright guys, I'm getting on. Yeah, buddy! Oh, this is so cool. About to be in the...
I'd be happy to do that.
Check this out. It's so close to the water I can touch it. So this side, there's another lake on that side, but this side has very weak currents. But look at that other boat on the other side trying to fight the current. If you can't tell, he's trying to go to the right. But he can't because the current's so strong. Oh, it's crazy. Look, you can see how hard he's pushing, but he's going nowhere. Can't you see how, like, right here, it's really calm water? And then right there, there's a strong current. And he's still going nowhere. See, check out the current, man. It's crazy. We're right on the border of it. We're not going to go in it, though, because it's too dangerous, they say.
French explorers who fought and died during World War II.
Replica of Big Ben. Cirque du Soleil actually started in Montreal. There it is. They get first dibs every year. That's supposedly a dead body right there. Somebody said it. I saw it earlier too. We had to get help to get out. It must have really been a body because look, the Coast Guard and fire department's here. Seriously, it was a dead body. The cops are here to get him out now. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Look, seriously, it was no joke. Look at them, they're all there.
Right here, right behind the statue.
They're over there, that's where it was.
That was an old CBC station. Et c'est ici qu'on a reçu la première transmission.
And on another side note, this is where we got the first SMS from the Titanic when it was sinking. Right here at the port. It literally just started storming. There was like thunder, lightning, all that stuff. You can see in the sky, like thunder, lightning, rain, and it lasted like literally a minute. It was weird. I was told I have to come check out the walls of these buildings, and the ceilings especially. Oh yeah. Look at these hallways, look at the elevator. This is a bank, guys. This is cool. Doesn't look like my Bank of America, or SunTrust, or Chase. And now it has been turned into this awesome place to socialize, get tons of great food. Look at that. You got MacBooks to use in the back. You can rent out parts of it for events and stuff like that, which is what they're doing right there. You can see the barrier. You know, check out this thing. It's called a Nut Puff, and it's like a Rice Krispie treat, but it's got nuts in it. Some funny bars here. And look at this. This is a scone with pizza on top. I just realized I was planning on driving to Toronto tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, and I thought it was only going to be like 2 hours. It's actually 6 hours away. Tomorrow's going to be like an all-day driving. No! A giant hill. So you want to start at the north top and then make your way down. Otherwise, you're going to be going up and down hills the whole time. Second, there's tons of stuff to do here, so you should definitely find like something that you're interested in. There's the Futuroscope, there's the Dome, there's like all kinds of stuff. The racetrack, which was my favorite. You definitely need to find your way down to the old port and find the ride-on like bus boat thing. It's amazing. It's so much fun. And do that like first, because then they tell you other things that you should do. I would say that Montreal is a lot like New York City. Like there's lots of different like parts. Like Montreal is spread across a long piece of land. Inside that land, there's like different like boroughs kind of thing. So you can find like really busy New York City, Manhattan sort of lifestyle, and then you can also find like chill Central Park lifestyle. Tribeca, Queens, you can find all like the different kinds of lifestyle. So you can find your kind of place that you want to hang out. You have to go check out the market that they have up at the very north part. It is amazing. If you like fresh fruit and stuff, they have some really good fruit, like no joke. Also, note that like a lot of the things to do are kind of like spread out. I underestimated that. I thought I could do it on my bike. I did it all on my bike, but it was really like a lot farther than I thought. They have a subway though, so you should use that. It works probably pretty well. I wanted to go to this bank and visit to see where they printed the first dollar bill, but they aren't open. They're only open 9 to 5, and they're not even open on the weekends, so I'm stuck and I can't stick around another day to just see it. But by far, what made my day was going on the racetrack and doing that on my bike, and then doing that boat tour. And you know, I wouldn't have found that boat tour if it weren't for the fact that I get lost really easily here in Montreal. I don't know what it is. Quebec, I was fine. Montreal, I get lost every like 10 minutes. So that's another thing. But besides getting lost a ton, it was a great day, and it's a great place you guys should come. At first I was hesitant, but actually it turns out to be awesome. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to try to make my way to Toronto as much as I can. So, see you all tomorrow.